Alright, so my first Cash Apps Revisited video was right around like 20 minutes. I felt like I covered it pretty well. I really want to stress that in these videos, I'm trying to cover like the kinks. Not necessarily how much you could earn, because guys, earnings with these applications, they have a tendency to either be really great one day, and then the next day they could be completely terrible. Like you could earn next to nothing the next day. And the person that's getting into this really needs to understand that you could have a few days where you barely earn anything. And I think a lot of people that get into phone farming and they see that and they immediately give up. They say, oh, well, I don't want to waste my time for days and days to be able to only make, 50 cents or $1.50 within a few days' time. But they don't stick around to see what it's like to work with these applications on the good days. So today we're going to be talking about Rewardable TV, and we're going to talk about the pros and cons of Rewardable TV. You guys know that this is one of the better applications whenever it comes to its passive mode. So either which way it goes, we still have a lot of kinks that we need to cover as far as working with the application and getting it to run as smoothly as possible. And let's get started with that now.
Have you been looking for easy ways to make money online? Welcome to eCash Society. Bitcoin talk, mining rig tutorials, and paying smartphone applications all in one location.
Alright guys, another Cash Apps Revisited video. I've been trying to get back to my videos for some time now, and I know that I've kind of taken like a little bit of a hiatus here from working on my YouTube channel videos. But I've been very, very busy, and there's a lot of stuff that's going on. You guys saw that I did the announcement for where I'm basically getting 2 Titan XPs in the mail. I have already gotten my iBuyPower Snowblind, and I'm working on modifying this PC to where I can do different things with it. Basically, I've got something really interesting planned for you guys. But let's go ahead and hop into Rewardable TV, which is what we're talking about now. And I wanted to start off here in the withdraw area because everybody is focused on how much money they're going to make off of an application. I hear a lot of people lately talking about Rewardable TV as far as like how much they're being paid. Some people are only being paid dollars. I mean, we had January that just happened, so, and of course you guys know that I just moved, so basically I feel like I dodged a bullet here. Rewardable TV has been one of the most passive applications for making money with smartphones, and overall I really feel like this is probably one of the best, if not the best application you could use to make some money. So second to this, or maybe right beside this, is probably a lot of the perk apps, but that's only if you combine them together to be able to make a decent amount of money. But let's go over here to how you make money with Rewardable TV. So the Daily Dozen is exactly where you're going to want to click to be able to launch this into its passive mode, to be able to start making money. And acorns are dished out. This is a big question that I get very, very frequently is, why am I not seeing any points accumulating with this application? Why am I not seeing myself earn anything? It's because throughout the day you will see a few acorns that will pop up here in your balance, but then at the same time you have some that are dished out to you. See, I kind of like that as well. It will launch itself into basically it launches itself sometimes. So it's set up to basically be 100% passive. It goes ahead and it starts itself. But once a day, guys, to maybe once within a day and a half span, you will see your points will accumulate and then dish out at a specific time throughout a 24-hour, maybe a little more interval. So people get discouraged with this application and they think that it's not paying them, when in fact they are actually slowly accumulating points that just have not been reviewed by the Rewardable TV team. So there's only so much that I can really say here as far as how you work with this app and make some money. You're guaranteed to make around $30 or a little bit over that within a month interval. I usually see around $30 to $35. And for those of you that are not being dished out points properly, I currently am not having that issue, so I can't understand in your scenario. It may be a location-based issue. This application may be better in some locations versus other locations. So let's very quickly go through exactly how you can earn with some of the other areas. You've got your news videos, your viral GIFs, you've got your comedy videos, gaming videos, health videos. I found that the best case scenario is to just go ahead and click the Daily Dozen. It's right there. It's easy to get to the second you open the app. Chances are it's going to launch itself into it anyways, but overall this is just it's a great app. But there is one last thing I feel like I should talk with you guys about, and that is where you go to withdraw. So now if I've got this correct, because I mean you only do this so often, once a month, so there we go. If you come over to where you're going to withdraw, you can modify your PayPal email, but you want to have your PayPal email linked to this application. That is the biggest thing. You cash out to PayPal, and I mean, other than that, you basically just go over to redeem and redeem. So like I said, there's a few little bugs that I could talk about really quickly, and I know that I said that these Cash App Revisited videos would be longer videos in nature, but it's hard to go very excuse me, in depth with an application that is already very simple. Basically what I'd like to do in this video is down below you guys can comment some of the issues that you're having, and basically we'll just talk here about some of the issues that I have seen. And the issues I've seen so far have been, one, this application will crash at times, and it's far and few for me, and it depends on your phone. So let's talk about that really quickly. As far as decent phones for Rewardable TV, the LG Optimus Zone 3 is probably the best experience that I've had with this application so far. And overall, if I had to point you guys in a direction for phones to use with this application, I would say LG phones. Also, there is a cheaper phone. If you wanted to look at a cheap phone to use with this application, it does work well on some of the cheaper model phones, but you will have some crashing with these older smartphones. I try to steer people away from getting older phones with older versions of Android, and I try to steer them into getting newer versions of Android, because if an application dies, then you can switch that phone over to another application. So basically, that older phone, if you wanted to get a really cheap phone, was the Alcatel One Touch Pixie Glitz. It is phenomenal for this application. They are extremely cheap. Basically any of the older Alcatels. But the big thing here is you don't know whenever this application company is going to update this application to where you cannot use it with older phones with Android of that version. So other than that, with the crashes that you have, it's basically you're just going to have to monitor this application very lightly and focus on your applications that you have to seriously work on, like app trailers, Per TV Live, which crashes very often. You'll see that crash quite a bit, even on some of the best of phones. But you will see it go passively for hours and hours, almost a day or more at a time. So I have plans to go back into other applications, Per TV Live, and talk about these applications so much more in depth. Guys, if I left anything out in this video, please comment down below. If you have a question about this application, if there's something that I can do to help you out with the app itself, and I will see you very soon for some very interesting content that we're about to have here on the channel. Basically, we're going to take a look at this iBuyPower Snowblind, so that's going to be fantastic. And guys, I will see you in the upcoming video.